From McCormick Gymnasium in Fargo, North Dakota, good evening, everyone. I'm Steely Stockmo alongside Kinley Kuhneman as we get set for North Dakota High School volleyball action as the Shanley Deacons prepare to take on the Davies Eagles. Volleyball on Shanley TV is presented by the Shanley Athletic Club, taking Deacon athletics to a higher level. We have an exciting game for you tonight. Stay tuned and we will return shortly, right after this message from our Deacon partners.
This broadcast is presented by American Family Insurance, Ken Craft Agency, Bell Bank, Beyond Boundaries Therapy Services, Busick, Olson and Associates, the Fargo Jet Center, First International Bank and Trust, Forum Communications, Fusion Electric, Luther Family Buick GMC, Moore Engineering, Network Center, Off the Wall Advertising, OnSharp, Sanding Law, Sanford Health, and Shields.
So Kinley, as we get ready to watch a good volleyball game tonight, who do you think are going to be the players to look out for?
For Davies, I'd say number 1, outside hitter Ava Wild. She's a senior this year, a very powerful front row player. Along with number 30, Taylor Safransky. She's the setter for Davies, and those two just make a great dynamic duo. For Shanley, also the setter, Olivia Vetter. She's a senior as well. And number 16, Ricky George, an outside hitter. I think both these teams have great front rows, and it's going to be an exciting game of defense for sure.
Definitely. I think one thing to focus on, too, is going to be communication. Shanley is coming off a hard loss to Valley City. They got to communicate and come back from that strong. And Davies, losing to Shanley the last time we faced them at Davies, I think they just got to come back strong and own it.
For sure, and I definitely think energy is going to be a big part in this game. We can see both student sections really showed up, and I think that's going to play a big part in who takes home the win tonight.
For sure. Up to serve, we have setter, number 30, Taylor Safransky. Down by Paige McAllister, and it drops on Davies' floor, adding 1 point for Shanley. Next, we have Shayna Roach up to serve for the Deacons. Up to Safransky, and it drops. Another point for the Deacons. Another serve for Roach. Big Shanley block. Down Ava Wild. Up to Paige McAllister. Down and it's in. Another point for Shanley. Roach up again. Up by their libero. Up to Ava Wild. Down up by Hannah Hodel. Ava Wild again. Up to Paige McAllister, and it's in again. Another Shanley Deacons point. Roach up to serve once more. Back row attack, and it's out of bounds. Another serve for Shayna Roach. Serve goes barely over the net. Tip over. Olivia Vetter to Clara Robin. It's blocked. Dumped by Paige McAllister. Another point for the Deacons. Another serve from Roach. And up by Ava Wild in the ceiling. Down by Ava Wild. Olivia Vetter to Clara Robin. And it's blocked, but it's covered by the Deacons. Down to Ava Wild. Up by Hannah Hodel. Free by Clara Robin. And an amazing hit from number 24, Camille Derringer, for a point for Davies. Ava Wild is up to serve. Up by Hannah Hodel. Back to Paige McAllister. Tipped by Davies. Point Shanley. Robin up to serve. Deep up by their libero. Kayla Saylor with the tip. Up by Aubrey Dew. Down Ricky. And cannot get it up. The Davies cannot get it up. Shanley Deacons point. Timeout Davies. What do you think about that, Kinley?
You know, kind of a crazy start. I think on Davies' part, it's just a lot of communication errors. Shanley's playing really well up at the net. And both teams are playing scrappy, which is fun to see. But I think for Davies, they definitely just need a reset and work on communicating.
Definitely. I want to see Davies come out and be more confident. They need to hit it as hard as they can because the Deacons have a very strong block.
I agree. Confidence is going to be key for Davies tonight.
Clara Robin, number 7, will start serving for the Deacons. Deep serve by Clara. Up. A little bit better to Paige McAllister, and it is off of Ava Wild. Deacons point. Robin up again to serve. Deep serve, up by their libero. Dump. Up to Ricky. Back to number 12. Kayla Saylor with the tip. Olivia Vetter up to Ricky George. And it's down and off their libero. I'm sorry, number 2, Emma Lalick. It looks like another Davies timeout. That was quick.
That was a quick one, especially after the last one.
We're at a loss for words. I mean, I don't really know what's going on out there for Davies. They just seem very out of balance, out of their element.
I agree. I think for them, they just need confidence. I mean, coming out, losing 10-1, like,
it's hard to come back from.
Right. But I think that they can do it if they just communicate well and play their game that they know they can play.
Yeah, if they communicate and stay positive, I think they're definitely still in this game. Robin up to serve. Up by Lalick, down by Saylor, and it's out of bounds in the back. Deacons point. Up by Saylor. Safransky down, Ava Wild. Up by Robin. Paige McCallister with it down, and it is off the arm of Ava Wild. Another point, Deacons. Paige McCallister is off to a great start today, Kinley.
She is.
Robin serving again, deep, and it is out of bounds. Davies point. Davies really have to capitalize here if they want to come back with this game. Davies libero, Emma Lalick is up to serve. And it's barely out of bounds. Shanley Deacons point. Maggie in for the Deacons. Maggie Shorma in for the Deacons. Paige McCallister up to serve. Up by Ava Wild. Fransky with the set. Saylor killing it off the arms of Paige McCallister. Davies point.
Celia, I think that's really what Davies needed, just to get their momentum back and bring that energy back to the team.
For sure, especially off a kill by that. They got to capitalize on this right now. You can't wait. Number 3, Ellie Krenz up to serve. Up by Clara Robin. Vetter to Shorma. And it is in! Off the net on the Davies court. Deacons point. Roach in for the Deacons. And Mackenzie Savageau is also in, number 10 for the Davies. Let her up to serve. Up by Ava Wild. Blocked by Shanley, down by Ava Wild. And it's in. Point Davies. Number 10, Mackenzie Savageau is up to serve for the Eagles. Off ball up by Robin. It's down by Shayna, and it looks like it was in the tape. 4-hit violation by the Deacons. It'll be Davies point. Savageau up to serve yet again. Deep. Vetter up to George. Ava Wild down, blocked. Down again, up by Vetter. Hodel to George. Push deep. Up to their libero, and it is down by number 21. Up again. Deep push by Vetter. Tip over by Robin. Ava Wild with the kill. Up by Vetter. And down by Roach. And it's in! Shanley Deacons point. Ava Wild barely missing the up. George up to serve for the Deacons. Deep serve to Lalick. Up to Wild. Down. Hannah Hodel with the up. Vetter to Roach. Off the block and out of bounds. It'll be the Deacons point. George is serving again. Deep serve to Lalick. Up. And it is down and in by number 21, Julia Libner. Macy Wielden is going in for the Eagles. And up to serve now, we have number 23, Leah Lacroix. Up by Hannah Hodel, off ball, Vetter. Up to the outside, Robin with the hit. Up by Salvaggio. And it is down by Libner. Off of the back row of the Shanley Deacons. Point, Davies. Lacroix up to serve. Deep up by George. Roach with the kill. Up by Salvaggio, off ball. Lacroix gets it over. Vetter to Robin, and it's down! That'll be a point for the Deacons. McAllister going in for Shorma. Hodel will be up to serve. Float serve, and it drops right in front of the Davies Eagles. That'll be a point Deacons off of Hannah Hodel's ace. Deep float up by Salvaggio. Down by Ava Wild. And it is off of Hannah Hodel. Great attempt, but it will be an Eagles point. Now we have Safransky coming in. And also number 24, Camille Derringer. Safransky will serve. Up by Hodel. Down, and it's blocked! That'll be a Davies point. We don't see Paige McAllister blocked very often.
You don't.
Safransky will serve again. And it is in, kill by Roach, another Deacons point. Served by Roach, up by Salvaggio to Wild. He tries to go for a short ball, but gets nothing but net. Deacons point. Roach will be up to serve again. Deep serve, up by Lalick to Safransky, and out to Wild, who pushes it deep. Vetter to Robin. Off the Davies block. And the attempt by number 24, Camille Derringer, is not successful. Deacons point. Roach up to serve yet again. And an ace right in front of Davies' back row. Looks like Davies already took their timeouts early, so they don't have any more to give. Roach will be up to serve once again. Deep jump serve. Great up by Ava Wild. To Salvaggio from the back row. Vetter up to McAllister. And it is down. Another Deacons point. Roach will be up to serve again. And gets the net. Davies point. Aubrey Dew will be in for the Deacons. And we will see Ava Wild up to serve for the Eagles. Deep jump up by George. Down to, And it's off the Davies block. Another point, Deacons. Serving match point will be number 7, Clara Robin. Robin with the deep jump up to Lalick, up to the Safransky, and down by Savagel, blocked by the Deacons. Some net play, set by Safransky, back, and it's off of Vetter. Point, Davies. Now we have number 2, Emma Lalick, up to serve. Some big serves right here. George with the kill, and it is off the hands of Savagel for the 25th point for the Deacons, making them win the first set. What do you think, Kinley?
You know, I think both teams played really well that first set. Davies obviously didn't start off as well as they wanted to, but they definitely made a comeback, and I think set 2 is going to be an interesting one for sure for both teams.
For sure. I just see the mental game is very important right now for Davies.
I think so too, and Shanley's front row is playing really well. You know, seeing where the gaps are in Davies' defense, and they've been able to really hit their spots tonight.
So it looks like for the Shanley Deacons, they have 15 total kills. 7 of those from Paige McAllister. And then over here, it looks like there is 7 kills for Davies. You can just see the difference right there. You can look at the stats and you can tell who most likely won this set.
Right.
And then aces, we have 2 aces for Shanley and 0 for Davies. I don't think serving has been horrible for either team. No horrible consistent out serves or anything. I think the main thing is going to be trying to get a bigger block up on the Deacons. They are just hitting all day, and their back row cannot defend it.
For sure, and you know, Shanley is just being very smart with ball placement, and
for sure,
Davies just isn't quite there. I mean, Davies has had a couple chances up at the net to block, but they just can't quite connect.
I think I see kind of individuality coming out for Davies, and that's not what you want. We need them to play as a team in order for them to come back at this game. I think for the second set, Davies just has to come out and have fun. It may sound like something you tell maybe some younger kids playing volleyball, but that's how you got to play. You have to play and have fun, because then you're going to get better things set up and better connections, and you'll make Shanley have to work for it.
For sure.
Shanley TV is made possible in part by the Shanley Athletic Club and their generous members. Check out their website today at shanleyathleticClub.com to learn how your membership contributes to Shanley TV, the Deacon Den, and many other student-athlete needs. While you're there, be sure to renew your annual membership by clicking the Join Now button, or become a member if you are not one already. It's easy to become a member, and anyone can join, so sign up today. The Shanley Athletic Club, taking Deacon athletics to a higher level. As we're getting ready to start the second set, Hannah Hodel will be starting off serving for the Shanley Deacons. Now the second set will begin. Float by Hodel, Safransky up to Wild. Roll shot, Vetter to McAllister. Deep corner tip, and it hits the floor. That will be a Deacons point. Hodel up to serve again. Up to Safransky. To Lacroix. Vetter back to Roach, who kills it. Looks like Davies' block was in the net, though. That'll be a Deacons point. Serving again is Hodel. Up by Lalick to Safransky and over to Ava Wild, who gets a little too much air under the ball and hits it out of bounds. That'll be another Deacons point. Up by Savagel, and it's down. Safransky cannot get to that ball. Yet again, another Deacons point. Hodel up to serve again. And there will be a timeout by Davies.
All I can say is energy.
For sure, for sure, for sure.
Right now I feel like Shanley has the momentum on their side. And, I mean, momentum is an easy thing to shift back and forth, but I think Davies just needs to bring the energy, and the momentum will take over and hopefully get them a few points.
Definitely, and most times it can't just be one person that brings the energy. All of Davies has to get it together and work together to get back on this. I think the Deacons are ready to play.
I think so too.
Davies just has to fight back a little bit. Davies stand a little longer in their huddle, getting some things together, and Hannah Hodel will start out of the timeout serving. Up by Savajo to Safransky, and out to Wild, who hits it. Vetter up to Robin with the down. Up by Savajo again. This time to number 24. Great up by Vetter, down by Robin, and it's blocked but covered. Roach over, and it looks like it will be a lift by Robin on the cover off the block, and that will be a Davies point. Number 1, Ava Wild will be up to serve for the Eagles. Deep serve up by Hodel, off ball. Robin takes it. Looks like the buzzer went off, but it is blocked by Roach. There's a little confusion. The buzzer went off because of a rotation error for Davies. Looks like they're conversing a little bit. I gotta tell you, Kinley, I would not want to be a ref in this situation. That's hard.
I don't think I would either, Celia.
While they're figuring this out, what do you think the differences are between Davies and Shanley right now in their play?
You know, right now I think Shanley has a lot of confidence coming out, winning set 1. But I can definitely see Davies gaining confidence as this set goes on. You know, they're only losing 4-1, easy to come back from. And I think part of that is just the energy that they bring. And like you said, it's not just one person, it's the whole team. But I definitely think they have a lot of talent on this team, and they can definitely come back.
For sure, they're all very athletic. They just have to use the things that they are better at than the Deacons to their advantage. They need to get a better block up, be confident, and serving game is going to be big too. If they can get some good serves, rack up some aces, it's going to be a different game.
I agree.
It looks like we're still trying to figure out the rotation error by the Eagles. So it looks like, I think Shanley originally had the point.
I agree.
It looks like it was reversed. Yes, it was. But will Davies
And I think they're
be
going to
serving?
replay the points.
Yes, I
Julia.
think they will. Okay, we're going to replay that point after that little time of confusion there. And Ava Wild will be back up to serve. Jump, George has it up. Vetter gets it back over to McAllister, who tips it to a perfect spot with a Deacons point. Roach will now be up to serve. Back, Wild with the up, Safransky over to Savageau. Was the struggle to get there right at the net set and does not get it over the net. Deacons point. Roach will serve again. Deep serve, Lalick with the up, net play. Lalick again, down by Savageau right away, up by Hodel. Vetter with the dump. Set by Lalick to Savageau. Hodel with the up again by McAllister. Roach gets it over the net. Safransky to Lacroix. Amazing up by Hodel, over by Vetter. Savageau blocked by the Deacons. Deacons point. Roach will serve yet again. Deep serve up by Savageau. Safransky gets there. Back row attack by Lalick. Up by Vetter to McAllister. Down great up by Wild, up by Savageau. And it is pushed over the net. Down by Robin. Off the Davies block to their side. It will be another Deacons point. Roach will serve. It's short this time. Savageau with the up. Back to Deringer. And it looks like a double hit will be called on Safransky on that set. It'll be a Deacons point, and Shayna Roach will be up to serve. Up by Wild. Deringer trying to get it up, hits the ceiling. Unplayable by the Davies side. Deacons will have the point. Lalick perfect up to Safransky, down by Deringer, and a big block by Robin and McAllister. It is hard to get past that dominance at the net that the Deacons have right now.
I agree.
And it is heard by the coach for Davies, and they will take a timeout. If you've enjoyed watching our Shanley ShanleyTV.com broadcast, please consider making a donation to help us continue to bring you quality programming. We rely on donations to bring you every broadcast, and we need your help to continue to improve the quality of our productions and to add new features for you, the viewer, to enjoy. If you're interested in donating, please contact Joelle Shuey at 701-893-3225. Again, that's Joelle Shuey at 701-893-3225. Thank you for watching, and thanks for your support of Shanley TV. The attempt at the kill by Daringer gets nothing but net. Deacons point. Up by Lalick, barely gets it over to Savagel, and it does go down in front of the 10-foot line on the Deacons side. It'll be point Eagles. Abreu in for the Deacons, Macy Wielden in for the Eagles. And we'll have 23, Lacroix serving. Good serve, up to Vetter. Blocked, but up again by Robin. Lacroix up to front, down, Wielden with the hit. Over by Ava Wild, great hustle play by the Eagles. But, yet again, Paige McAllister with the kill, deep corner. And that will be another Deacons point. The Eagles libero, Lalick will come back in. And number 7, Clara Robin was up to serve for the Deacons. Up by Ava Wild. It'll be over to Savagel, blocked by the Deacons. Back, up by Hodel. And it's going to be free ball over by Robin. Set back. Set by Vetter to George, who gets blocked. And the Deacons are unable to get it up off the block. That'll be an Eagles point. Number 24, Camille Daringer is up to serve. Lefty serve deep, and it is out of bounds. That'll be Deacons point. Paige McAllister is up to serve for the Deacons. And number 3, Ellie Krenz will go in for the Eagles. Deep, and it is out of bounds by McAllister. That'll be Eagles point. Hodel comes back in for the Deacons. Now we'll have number 10, Mackenzie Savagel serving. Up by Robin to Vetter. And it is down by George, but up by their libero Lalick to Wild. Down off the block, up by Robin. Up by Savagel, freed over by Lalick. Maggie Shorman with the kill. It's up by Savagel. Back row attack. Vetter to George, and it hits the tape. Doesn't go over the net. That'll be Eagles point. Mackenzie Savagel is up to serve again for the Eagles. Deep serve up by Hodel to Vetter. Setter dump behind, and Davies is unable to read Vetter's dump, and it'll be a Deacons point. Roach goes in for Dew, and we will have Olivia Vetter serving. Deep serve, up by Krenz. Dump again, up by Robin. Oh, and by the third hit, the Deacons are unable to get it over to the Eagles side. That'll be another point for the Eagles. middle switch out, and we'll have 23, Leah Lacroix, in for the Eagles. And number 2, Lalick, will be serving. Olivia to Shayna, Roach, and it is in. Deep corner, another point for Deacons. George will serve. Up by Lalick, back row. Off ball down by Wild. And now it's hit, but it is too much air under that ball. Robin hits it out of bounds. That'll be an Eagles point. Subbing for the Eagles, number 24, Camille Derringer, is coming in. And we will have number 30, Safransky, serving for the Eagles. Up by Hodel. Maggie Sharma with the kill. And it'll go in the back, and it will be in. Deacons point. I love to see Sharma getting set more in these games. I think she's becoming more of a threat hitting as well.
Me too, especially only as a sophomore. She still has 2 more years ahead of her, and you can just tell that she already has so much confidence out there on the court.
For sure.
And that's going to be hard to play against as an opponent.
Definitely stepping up. We have a little rally going on. Covered by their own block. Davies kill, and it is in. That'll be an Eagles point. Ava Wild will be up to serve for the Eagles. Deep jump up by George. And it's down by Pitcher Cluster, but it is overhead passed to the Deacons side. Shayna Roach hits it, but it is far out of bounds. That'll be another point for the Eagles, and Ava Wild will serve yet again. Up to Vetter, down by Roach, and it is far off of the Davies block, out of bounds, and that'll be a Deacons point. Number 14, Roach, is now up to serve for the Deacons. Short attempt, and it does not get over the net. That'll be an Eagles point. Dew coming in for the Deacons. And number 50, Macy Wielden, will be up front row for the Eagles. But now she will go out of bounds she will go out for number 21, Julia Libner. Served by Lacroix. Vetter up to McAllister. It is blocked, and then off of McAllister trying to cover that ball, and it will be an Eagles point. Leah Lacroix will serve again. Set to Robin. Big block. McAllister hitting. Up by Lacroix. It'll be a roll shot up by Hodel and over by Olivia. Great hustle play by the Deacons. Set to Savageau, who off the block. Up by George. Olivia setting. Vetter setting. Wild up, and it's pushed over by Safransky. Robin with the kill. Up by Safransky off their block. Set by Wild. Down by Derringer. Vetter now to Robin. Deep. And it'll be off the Shanley block. Davies point. I think those are really good rallies. That Davies winning those rallies is a big deal. Davies is going to have to hold on to that.
I agree. It definitely brings a lot of confidence to the game.
And it is heard the Deacons will take a timeout here.
And like I said, Celia, momentum is something that can shift back and forth. And right now I definitely think Davies has the momentum on their side. And we haven't seen that much tonight, but they're definitely making a comeback here in set 2.
We're definitely seeing that. I think everyone can see it. And obviously, Deacons coaching staff did too. They're taking a timeout here. I think it's a good decision. Get a level head, come back on the court. I think both teams gotta keep blocking. I can see the Davies block really showing right now. We've had some really good net play by the Davies just now.
Yes, Davies front row is playing very well.
We have Leah Lacqua serving. Up by George. Vetter pass to Robin. Deep roll shot, easily up by Wild. Blocked back over to the Eagles by Shanley. Hit over. Vetter with the set to Robin. Tip. A little messy at the net. Over by Vetter, great hustle play, almost going out of bounds. It's blocked by Shanley and set to Savageau for the Eagles. Roll shot easily up by Robin. Attempt to tip by McAllister is unsuccessful, and the Eagles will have a point. Leah Lacqua up to serve yet again. It's in, Hodel up to Vetter, and it's down by McAllister. One hand up by Wild. Great up by Wild, but unable to be played back over the net by the Eagles. That will be Deacons' point. Up to serve, we have number 7, Clara Robin for the Deacons. Deep serve, little miscommunication, but up by Wild. Down, but it is out of bounds by number 21, Julia Libner. A little too much air under that ball. And Robin will be up to serve again. Serve up by Wild. Off pass. Free ball over by their libero Lalick. And a huge up by Ava Wild from the kill by George. Tip is up by Aubrey. It's over the net. And up again by George. And killed. Net play off the fingertips on the Deacons side. Now it's down by George. Up by Wild. And Daringer with the tip over. And George will attempt to kill but is unsuccessful hitting the net. Eagles will have that point again. I can see so many of these rallies and Davies is coming out on top.
I know, and I think it's a big thing for them being behind. You know, Shanley obviously has the lead, but when Davies is playing like this, it's going to be hard to keep it.
For sure, adds so much confidence getting those big plays. That kill by the Deacons will be in, and it'll be a point for the Deacons. Paige McAllister is up to serve. Deep, and number 24, Camille Daringer, does not get that up, and it will be another Deacons point. Daringer will go out, and number 3, Ellie Krenz will take her place on the court for the Eagles. It's off by Krenz, up by Wild, and free ball. A little miscommunication there. Tipped by George. And it's down off the block. Great kill by Savageau for the Eagles, and it'll be an Eagles point. And Savageau will now be up to serve. Good serve. It is off of Aubrey Dew. And it will be an Eagles point. Kenzie Savageau will serve again. Up by Hodel. Vetter with the offset. And it is another kill for Maggie Shorma. Off the block of the Eagles. And that'll be point Deacons. Number 14, Shayna Roach, is in for the Deacons. And Vetter will be serving. Up by Lalick. Set to Wild at the outside. It is blocked by Shanley, but the block does just barely fall out of bounds, giving the Eagles a point. Up to serve, we have number 2, Emma Lalick. And it is off of Ricky George. That will be an Eagles point. Lalick will serve again. Deep serve to George yet again. Maggie gets the kill, but it is in the tape, and that will be Eagles point. Davies is starting a little comeback here. The score is 23-19. You can just see that Davies really does. They are in it.
They really are. We didn't really see it in set 1. You know, they kind of started off slow, and Shanley definitely came out on top. But now in set 2, Davies has their momentum and their energy back, and they're ready to play and compete.
Even a 4-point difference, Shanley is going to have to take this seriously. This is no joke. Davies, it can easily come back from this. I think that the block has been very present on both sides of the court, and you can see Davies is just talking, trying their best to get back in this game. And I think that the Deacons just have to come in with that same intensity. Out of the timeout, number 2, Lalick will serve for the Eagles. Deep serve, easily up by Hodel. Set to Roach, and it is in. That will be another point for the Deacons. Bringing on match point, which will be served by Ricky George. Barely in off the tip of the net. Good hustle play. It looks like number 1, Ava Wild, was under the net there, giving the Deacons an easy point. That's one thing we haven't seen a lot, is those mistakes like that, but they're very important, and it definitely hurts a team when those mistakes happen.
For sure. And for Davies, I think from what I saw in set 2, it was really just the little things, you know, like the miscommunications, the drop balls. And for Shanley, I think it was, you know, getting down on themselves when Davies did start making a comeback. You know, they lost their energy that they had in set 1. And they were successful, but I think in these next few sets, they just really need to come out on top, both teams. And you know, they just need a lot of confidence.
For sure. I think confidence is going to be big in this game. Looking at some of our stats, looks like Shanley has now added some more kills to their total with a total of 25, and Davies with 11. Again, we can just see the difference there in the amount of kills. I think both blocks are becoming a lot more present, but Shanley is just, they're getting around it. They are getting those kills and bounds. Aces, 3 for Shanley and 2 for Davies. And again, we see Paige McAllister with a total of 15 kills? All we know is she has a lot of kills.
She does. She's been playing very well up at the net tonight. And it's been hard for Davies to defend.
I mean, when a ball is coming at you that fast, I think it's hard for anyone to defend, no matter how good you are. But I think Davies has to get past that. Every point is a new point. You just got a short-term memory.
Right.
Don't forget that you can connect with Shanley TV on social media. Get the latest updates about Shanley sports teams, request reminders about upcoming broadcasts. Like our Facebook page today at facebook.com/ShanleyTV or follow us on Twitter at ShanleyTV. Shanley TV is made possible in part by the Shanley Athletic Club and their generous members. Check out their website today at ShanleyAthleticClub.com to learn how your membership contributes to Shanley TV, the Deacon Den, and many other student-athlete needs. While you're there, be sure to renew your annual membership by clicking the Join Now button, or become a member if you are not one already. It's easy to become a member, and anyone can join, so sign up today. The Shanley Athletic Club, taking Deacon athletics to a higher level. Davies will have serve in this third set, and Safransky will start them off. Serve up by George. Olivia Vetter getting to it. And a great hustle play off wild and over by their libero, Shayna Roach. It won't matter though because Roach with the kill gives the Deacons the first point in this third set. And now Roach will serve. Off the net, up by Savagel. A kill by Savagel. And it is hard hit, but up by Hodel. Robin getting it over the net. And even though there was a little confusion there, number 24, Camille Deringer gets it down. No Shanley Deacon volleyball player in sight, giving the Eagles a point. Number 10, Mackenzie Savagel will serve now for the Eagles. Deep serve, easily up by Hodel. McAllister with a tip, and it will be off the Davies block, but tipped by the Deacons, giving the Eagles a point. Savagel will serve yet again. Deep serve up by George to Vetter. Robin down, and it goes right through the block. Drops on the Davies court, and that will be a Deacons point. Great kill by Ava Wild. No volleyball player for the Deacons in sight there. And that will be another point for the Eagles. Now we see number 23, Leah Lacroix coming in, and number 2, Emma Lalick will serve. It is tipped by McAllister, and then it's off the block, off the antenna, and that will be a Deacons point. McAllister will serve now for the Deacons. Deep serve up by Savagel, set to Wild. Great out by McAllister. Looks like there was a little miscommunication there over that second ball for the Deacons, and it'll be an Eagles point. Miscommunications like that cannot happen in this game, Kinley.
Right, those points are costly, especially in a game between these two teams when we saw how easy it was for Davies to come back last set.
For sure. Both teams are going to have to work, and it's not over. Leonard will set to George. Kill. And it goes off the Davies block. Yet again to make another Deacons point. Roach will come in for the Deacons, and Vetter will be serving. Ava Wild will have the kill. And it will be out of bounds off the net, it looks like. Ava Wild wondering what went wrong with that, but it will stay at Deacons point. Hard serve by Vetter goes in the net, and that will be an Eagles point. Number 1, Wild will now serve for the Eagles. Short serve up by Hodel. Down by Roach. Looks like a little set over the net. It's a Vetter. And Roach will kill it again. And it is off the hands of Krentz. And that will be a Deacons point. Wild will get Georgia serve over the net. McAllister with the hit. But Wild gets it up and it's free balled over to the Deacon side. Roach with the kill. Off of Savageau's one-woman block there. And it will be a point for the Deacons. George will serve again. Up by Wild. Kill up by Hodel. Robin with the hit, and it is out of bounds. Hard cross hit, but it is out of bounds from Robin, and that will result in an Eagles point. Number 21, Julia Libner is in for Davies. Lacroix with the serve. Shanley free balls it over. Center dump, but it is seen by McAllister, and it's over. Looks like some quick reaction time was the result of that play. And it looks like Eagles will get that point off of Hannah Hodel. Number 23, Leah Lacroix will serve again. It is in. Good hands by Hodel. Big hit by Robin, but it will sail out of bounds, giving Davies yet another point. Short serve, up by Robin. Maggie with the kill, Maggie Shorma with the kill, and it will be in. And that'll give the Deacons a point. Hannah Hodel will serve for the Deacons. Good float, up by their libero Lalick. Savageau will kill, but it does not go in bounds. It is called out, and the Deacons will get that point. Hodel will serve yet again. Hit by Savageau, gets up by Hodel. Pushed back over to the Deacons. Robin with the kill. On the Eagles side, Ava Wild will try and get it over, but it does not go over the net from the back row attack. And the Deacons will get a point. Hannah Hodel will serve. Dump by Safransky is met by Paige McAllister's hand. And that goes on the Eagles court and will result in a Deacons point. Paige McAllister is just everywhere today, hitting, blocking. She's everywhere, isn't she, Kinley?
She really is. Great front row player. You know, and tonight she's really showing
Again,
how talented
another block.
she is.
She truly is. Varsity leader too, captain. Off the block, but it is set. Looks like it goes off the block. Safransky gets it over deep corner, and Hannah Hodel is unable to get that back over to Vetter. Will result in an Eagles point. And number 30, Safransky, will be serving for the Eagles. Deep serve, up by George. Paige McAllister with the block, up. And it is set over by number 24, Daringer. Roach hits it. Looks like it was tipped by number 2 for the Eagles. Little controversy there by the Davies student section, but it will stay at Deacons point, and Shayna Roach will serve. That serve will go in the net. Aubrey will come in for Roach. You see Leah Lacqua in the front row now. But some confusion as number 21, Julia Libner, comes in instead. Looks like they got it figured out. And number 10, Mackenzie Savageau, will be serving for the Eagles. Deep serve is out. Duke pulls away last second, and it will be a Deacons point. Good serve. Free ball over by Safransky, easily up by Hodel. Set to George, blocked over. George tries to get it over the net, covering that block, but it does in fact go out of bounds, and the Eagles will take that point. Now Leah Lacqua is in, and Emma Lalick will serve. Up by Dew to McAllister, who hits it over. And now 24, Daringer will get it over, but McAllister, kill off the hands of setter number 30, Safransky. And that will be a Deacons point. We see Maggie Shorma come in front row now, middle, and Paige McAllister will serve. Short serve, but it is up by Lalick. Aubrey is right there. Shorma with the kill, it's up by Savageau. Wild with the kill, and there is nothing coming back from the Deacons on that kill. Hits the floor, and the Eagles will gain another point. Looks like we have a sub number 3. Ellie Krenz is coming in. And she will serve. Float serve, up by Dew to George. Hard up. Hit by George is up by Lalick. Wild will hit it down, but it is off the block. And after touching a couple of Davies players, it sails out of bounds, and the Deacons will get the point. Roach will come in for Dew, and Vetter will serve. Kill by Lacroix is out of bounds. The Deacons will get a point. Vetter will serve yet again. And the ball is at the net. Roach tries to get it down. But does in fact not get it in bounds. Eagles point. Off the serve, Vetter sets it to Roach. Looks like it was off of the Davies block after a little confusion there. And the Deacons will take that point. Oh, some language by the Davies student section. But the serve will go into the net from the Deacons, giving Davies a point. And it looks like Leah Lacqua will be serving for Davies. Roach with a hard hit. Back row attack by Wild, easily up by Robin. Back set to Roach. Roll shot. Great up by Olivia Vetter. And Robin's hit is met by a big Davies block. Drops instantly, giving the Eagles a point. I think this set has been the closest we've seen all night. It's been back and forth this whole way.
Definitely. It's a fun one to watch. And this just shows that these two teams can compete, which we saw in the second set when Davies kind of made a comeback. And, you know, we saw that Davies started off a little slower in the first set. But now that we're in the third set, both teams are warmed up, ready to go. These two teams really are competitive with each other.
For sure, in every sport. It's up by Lalick. Back row attack by Krenz, up by Hodel. And that is a hard hit by Robin. No answer from Davies, and it will be a Deacons point. Served by Hodel is off, but recovered by Savageau. Big block. Roach will kill it, and it is off Ava Wild, resulting in a huge Deacons point. Hannah Hodel with the serve. Up by Wild. Down by Libner. Off of Hannah Hodel. And it will be an Eagles point.
Subbing in for the Eagles is number 24, Mila Derringer.
Short serve will be up by George. Big up from Ava Wild. A big block from the Deacons. Another block from the Deacons, but up by Wild. You can tell Davies is getting scared of that block. Pushed. Hannah Hodel gets it up. Big push by Vetter, and it's in deep corner. No response from the Eagles there. And that will be another Deacons point. Plays like those by any player just really adds to the enthusiasm a lot, doesn't it, Kimmy?
They really do. You know, and it just shows how smart these players are with the placement and how well they see the court.
For sure, players like Olivia Vetter are special. She's been playing varsity for a long time, and she's proving that she deserves to be here. And honestly, Shanley is proving that they deserve to win this game. Big serve by Roach does go out of bounds, and the Eagles will get the point. Right up by George to Vetter. Down by Robin. Rolls on the net a little bit there, but does end up going in bounds on the Eagles side. resulting in a Deacons point. Big serve by Robin to Wild with the kill off the Deacons block and off of the Deacons back row. And it will be a Davies point. Leah Lackwell will come in the front row. And number 2, Emma Lallett will serve. Up by Robin. Down by George, right through the block, drops, and that will be another Deacons point. It looks like Desi DeKaiser is coming in for Maggie Shorma. Coming off of an ACL injury, I think that anyone, Davies or Shanley, is so happy to see Desi on the court.
I agree. She's been out for so long and definitely a great player to be out there for Shanley. And they're lucky to have her back.
Definitely. That will drop on the Deacons side of the court, resulting in an Eagle point. Some big serves are going to come here from number 3, Ellie Krenz. It's in, up to 2. Set to Desi, off the block. It's another block by the Deacons. High hit, but touched by Hodo. And that'll be a point in for the Eagles. Krenz will serve again. It's in, up by Dew. And a kill by Desi DeKaiser will end the game. You can see the emotion in all the Deacon fans and players as they come out to storm Desi after the winning kill.
That's so fun.
It couldn't have ended any better way.
That's what sports is all about, Celie.
Looks like we have some very interesting stats here as the Shanley Deacons end this game with 40 kills. Davies coming back with only 19. Again, big showcase of how this game went.
Yes.
I think the Deacons and Davies, they had a great game, but Shanley held it. Even when Davies started to come back, Shanley always prevailed. And I think that just goes to show the Shanley Deacons.
Yes, and I liked how aggressive both teams were up front at the net. You know, that just shows that this game could really go either way. You know, you never know who's going to take home the win, but tonight Shanley took 3 sets and Davies couldn't quite connect on any of them.
Well said, Kinley. For Kinley Kuhneman and our entire crew, I'm Celie Stockmo. The final score from Fargo Shanley Deacons will be 3-0. To watch the archived version of this entire game and our other broadcasts, go to shanleytv.com. The proceeding has been a presentation of Shanley TV. Thank you for watching, and good night, America.